What? Hi guys, we're Shakti.
Today we're making our first ever YouTube video. We're so excited. We've been wanting to do this for so long.
So long, guys.
So this is our time to shine. Today we're gonna be going through these few questions we asked our baddie friends on Instagram about relationships, soulmates, and friendships. So if y'all are ready to kind of get our perspectives on some of these questions, let's get ready to dive in.
Okay, guys. So our first question was, do you think soulmates are real? Or why not? Our first answer was no. I think if two people really want to make it work and change for each other, they will. Another person put yes. There are just certain individuals you connect with instantly without explanation. And another person put also yes.
Sorry, I'm reading that.
Guys, just wait until I tell you this one. Okay, but yes, another person put yep, because of how the connection flows in between. Okay, I see you. And this other person also, like this person.
I feel you, bro.
But no, because I'm single. Okay, yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I totally get it, bro. Yeah, we're with you here.
So, what are our beliefs whenever it comes to soulmates? You can have friendships that are soulmates. They don't have to be romantic. Like you, girl, you're one of my soulmates.
We're soulmates, guys.
Mm-hmm. Like, there's just people who you can click with, and you know that y'all are literally meant to be in each other's lives. I feel like we come to this earth with these people who are meant to shape us and kind of help us through life, you know, because what are we without relationships and communities? We're literally attracting the same frequencies that we are, and I feel like I relate to that a lot with you, because I feel like we have a lot of dreams that are the same, but also that love energy.
It's literally love, yeah. I love that. I do believe in soulmates just because obviously I found you and like you're my best friend, and like I feel like I can tell you anything. And honestly, we went through a rough time in our lives, like when we were younger. We broke up, blah. But look at us now. And that's why I always say, like, if that person is meant for you, it's gonna come back either way.
Yeah, let's move on to the next question. Okay guys, so next we're gonna be reading some of y'all's unpopular opinions about relationships. First, unpopular opinion: in this generation, no matter how in love you are, the relationship won't last for life. What do you think about that?
This generation is just very different. Like, I do feel like we live in the YOLO kind of thing, and I feel like it does confuse us a little bit because I've been a victim of it.
Whenever I read this question, I thought about how normalized the hookup culture is nowadays, and friends with benefits, and just not really wanting love, but more wanting the lust. We're always gonna constantly have to be like, okay, am I settling, or are they settling? Are we really good for each other? As long as you're loving yourself and the person still aligns with you, yes. If not, then bye.
I don't feel like it's just our generation also, because I feel like back then marriages and everything would last more because women were taught to be like, you follow your man and shut up, because society didn't look good on a woman that didn't have a man. Like back then, women would just be like, you know what, if he hits me or if he cheats or whatever, at least I have a husband, like, you know. And that's kind of sad. I feel like now women don't settle for that. Like, we're like, you know what, we can leave, like we have the choice to leave. But back then it was more like you don't really have a choice. But yeah, at the end of the day, I feel like it all depends on the right person and you loving yourself.
And both of y'all choosing yourselves.
Exactly. So one of the answers was not being with that person for the benefit of the other person, even though you still love them.
That reminds me of movies where the guy basically turned to God, and he saw the woman miss him and love him, and she was praying to God, like, please let me forget him because I love him so much. And the guy was like, you know what, I am gonna let her go, because the only way he started actually treating her worth and seeing her with like loving eyes was after he turned into God. So literally it was like him viewing her from God's eyes, not from his own eyes. So he was like, you know what, I need her to find somebody who can see her through God's eyes without him having to be God. And I do feel like sometimes in relationships it's very admirable to be like, you know what, I cannot give you all of the things that you say you want. Let me let you find somebody who can.
And I love that you brought up that movie, because he was literally like, his love was so deep for her that literally like he was deciding, you know what, you can find happiness in another person. I feel like that's true love too.
Okay, another unpopular opinion is you can lose yourself easily in a relationship.
Like, I feel like it is, just because I mean, I went through my first love. Literally my first love, like, bro, we were low-key toxic, both like each other, but like I did lose myself because he didn't fulfill my needs, I guess. And at one point I didn't know my worth. Like, you know, it was kind of like I lost every piece of me just trying to keep that relationship with me, and I guess just to please him and stuff like that. And I lost myself. I forgot who I was. So you can lose yourself with that. Like you start living with your person or something like that, and then it just becomes a routine. Like, I feel like you need to step it in and be like, just remember who you are, because that's not healthy. Because yeah, if you don't feel like you're fulfilling all your needs in that kind of situation, I feel like you do need to wake up on that, because it is very important to remember who you are, guys.
Oh wait, you're a baddie.
Yes.
Baddie, the baddies. Hey,
Literally.
baddie is.
That
I was gonna add.
What the fuck is that? Girl, I feel like something was doing this to me in my. Girl! What? You scared
So, going on with the question, you can lose yourself easily. For me, at least, I feel like sometimes before in the past, it was easy for me to fall into codependence and just depend on this person so much, which goes with another question that says, I think wanting to be with your partner all the time isn't bad. They should be your bestie. I feel like that's another reason why it was easier for me to lose myself, because I wasn't filling my own cup.
Like, that's where you need to balance your selfishness, because that goes with another answer too.
Yeah.
Not everyone is ready for a relationship, and it takes a lot of selflessness, which I'm like, yes, it does, but then you also need to be a little selfish sometimes, because
those boundaries.
Yeah, because sometimes there's people out there that won't care about you like that, you know? Like the fact that you're always thinking about them and just them. Like, what about you though? So it's kind of like, I feel like there has to be a balance, like I said. Like, yes, you do need to be a little like less selfish. Like, obviously it's not you anymore, just you. But if you see that that other person is trying to take advantage of that also, like, you need to put a stop there and be like, no, bro, like, I'm important too, you know? Like, it's not just you.
Prioritize yourself first and foremost.
So I feel like in conclusion, what I think, it's like you do need to learn to love yourself before you get into a relationship.
It's really important for you to love yourself first, for you to be able to be independent. We need to make sure we always prioritize ourselves, that we always love ourselves, because if we don't love ourselves, girl, how do we expect to be loved by anybody else?
Literally, yeah, you need to have your own standards for yourself too, you know, men too. Like, we're not just talking about women in general, we're talking about people. You need to remember, like, that you're worth, like,
You're fucking king.
You are.
But anyways, let's move on to the next question.
What's the hardest lesson you've learned about friendships? So one of the answers was, not all the help, it's actually sincere or for your own good. And honestly, yes, like, you need to be careful, like, who you trust and everything. And like, I feel like, yeah, a lot of friends are not even your real friends, and they'll lead you to other stuff, like, I won't say, but like, you know, yeah, they don't want to actually like see you in a good spot. So yeah, just be careful with that. Like,
all of the, or majority of them has to do with not all are to be trusted. Not everyone is who they say they are. Keep everyone's close. So I do believe that whenever it comes to relationships, you really have to use your intuition and discernment, and also just your wisdom from your past. Because I feel like at a younger age, it was harder for me to figure out whether or not people had good intentions. But as we grow up, obviously, there's just sometimes things just don't click with certain people, or there's just an off feeling. And I really do feel like we need to listen to those things.
I really feel like there's a lot of problems with women. Like, I feel like, why can we be all happy and support each other. Like, but unfortunately, it's so hard to find a real good friend that it's a woman, between women, because I'm just kind of like,
There's jealousy.
There's a lot of jealousy, guys, and honestly, I feel like we're all beautiful in our own way.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's so much competition when there shouldn't be.
There shouldn't be
Any,
because there is no competition.
There shouldn't be any like comparison. Like, unfortunately, with social media, we have a lot of that. But guys, like girls and whatever, like I'm just saying, like just let's not. I honestly don't think we should be doing that anymore. Like, bro,
it's just wasting your time, your energy. Literally, put all of that into yourself.
Unfortunately, we do have a lot of problems with like loyalty when it comes to like.
But we can fix that, guys. We can fix that. Like literally, my bestie right here.
So the other answer was hard to keep a good friendship that you have treated well with someone with a big ego.
Whenever it comes to those kinds of relationships, you really need to be like, girl, like, are they giving me the state? Like, literally, this goes into what the next question. Your friends will match you because they want to. If someone isn't putting the energy you are into it, give the same back. So I feel like that has also to do with the ego, because I feel like if you're not giving equal transaction in the relationship, it might be because somebody thinks they're too good for you. With friendships, I feel like it is about matching each other's energy, but also it's like, are you giving this person energy? You know, it's like a give and take transaction with relationships.
Like with friendships and even any kind of relationship, I feel like it's not the fact that you're expecting something from someone, it's just the fact that that's how relationships work. Just because obviously you can't expect something from someone and not give something back, like in a way, like of a friendship wise and stuff like that. Like that's only gonna work if it's mutual.
Like I said, back with discernment and your intuition, and also prioritizing yourself, because girl, you should always prioritize yourself. If somebody is not giving you the equal respect, the equal time and energy, then you need to reprioritize yourself, redirect that energy somewhere else into yourself. But yeah, is that it?
Yeah.
Guys, thank y'all so much for watching. If y'all liked what we thought or didn't like what we thought, or if you just loved our energy, subscribe.
Please, and comment if you have any like other ideas, or if you had any comments about this video. Yeah, like girls and guys, we're open to anything. So
we want all the babes, all the besties. Yeah, love y'all. Bye. Until next time. Mwah. Our daddy. Wait.